I know. My kids are just as irritated. She's like, "You just did one 45 minutes ago." I was like, "I don't even think it was that long, and I'm sorry, something happened." "What happened?" And I looked at her and I was like, "What happened?" I was like, "Pattern recognition." I don't wanna do the whole intro. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's in every video and it takes a lot of breath, and my kids ask me to hurry up. We're sitting outside. Okay, let me start over. On Fridays and over the weekend, we're supposed to face the tower, and we're supposed to leave that that's no longer serving us. And it wouldn't be an official weekend. We wouldn't have done our job unless we cut ties with something, detached from something. And so I started this morning's video, or I mean, my last video, I had said it was somebody else. Realistically, yeah, somebody let me down, I guess, if I cared. Said that they were gonna, you know what I mean, hit me up and they didn't. And it's like it's not like I actually believed you. Like I was really waiting on that call, like I expected that you were gonna come through. Realistically, I mean, being honest. And so I had that conversation with God earlier. Well, God had that conversation with me. I was like, you need to just cut them out. Like you can't there's no reason to have a person in your life that you can't believe in or trust in or rely on. I was like, damn. So that was one person. And I was like, that makes sense completely. And then I made a video, I believe it was yesterday morning. Yeah, Friday. And I said, and I told everyone examples of what this could look like before it happened. And I was like, say, for example, B does something outrageous. And I pray to God this doesn't happen. I was like, say she does something and I see something. God shows me something I didn't see before. And he tells me that I need to step back. That's what that means. So that's exactly what happened earlier. You know what I mean? He showed me a different way of it. I'm all forgiving to the bullshit, but it's just bullshit and I need to walk away. So says God. Realistically, you have proven time and time again that you cannot be trusted or depended on. So why am I trusting or depending on you? Basically, is what God said. That's that example. Now, fast forward. I made a video this morning. Since then, I've made a couple of videos. I was talking about Morgan. And I talked about how we went over to her house and we had some heated ass conversations that blew B away. And I said, well, I remember that's how we used to be. It would used to be that. And I had made these excuses and I did it again in today's video. I told her about B witnessed 2 times it happened while we were over there visiting for less than an hour. And I told you that yesterday's video that I got an apology from her and it was no big deal. And I had, completely forgiven her for the behaviors because that's just what happens when we get together, is what I said. So then this morning, the same thing happened. And when I was telling V that, it was in telling her what happened this morning, it snapped on me that this is a pattern. I've only been around Morgan for the last 3 days, and we have already had 3 extremely heated conversations where she has took an absolute fucking defense to what I have said and blown it up. There's a pattern going on here. And I just trying to explain to B why I didn't touch the parenting one. I was like, B, there's certain things that people don't talk about. Some people will never talk about religion. Some people will never talk about politics. Some people will never talk about, sex, different things. They just won't have that conversation. I feel from my heart that anytime I go to correct a fucking person and tell them how to parent, even if it's like, you should put a blanket on that baby, that's going to start a fight. In my understanding, these are fight words. They will never be received well. You cannot find, and this happened to me over the summer, and I swear to God, it turned into a fight and I lost these people. There is not an easy way to tell someone to brush their fucking teeth, to put on deodorant, to take a shower, or to raise their kids. Those are fight things. If you start that conversation with anybody, they're going to fucking get defensive with you. So I won't go there. And I explained to her, and she's like, girl, I would have told her. That's you. You felt comfortable telling her whatever you want to fucking tell her. I don't have those conversations. I was like, already, anything I say, she can easily blow up. And I said that and I took a breath. And that's what happened. Do I want to continue this behavior with her? I said in my earlier video, she is defensive. She is touchy and she is explosive. And anything you say, she can go off about. She can get very loud and feel like you're attacking her. And she's got to sit there and prove some point. She says, going back to the conversation about college, bro, you said that so nicely, right? I had said that so nicely. Like I tried every way to say that, you know what I mean? This is good for you because of your life's direction. And I was like, I don't need to go that direction because I have a career. And instead of that, she's like, what about your career? Your career doesn't make any money. Your career this. Don't question my career. What's yours? And then she says automotive. And I was like, well, if that's what you want to do, then you should be doing that. And she's getting loud. And she's like, nah, but everybody knows that I can't just. So she's coming up with fucking excuses. She's saying this is her career, but she's giving me reasons why she can't do it. And it all starts with this whole situation that I say, I'm not going to do this with you because I don't need a career, but this would be good for you because you need one. And she blew up. Now, the second thing that happened after we left outside of that conversation was what I said happened next. Her daughter's running crazy in the parking lot with no shoes. And she's not trying. That's what I'm saying. She's not trying to get this kid out of the parking lot to get her to come over here, put her shoes on and walk in the door. She's screaming from the parking lot and she's yelling. She's looking at people. Sorry, she does whatever she wants. And I tell her, you can't do that, bro. And she's like, well, what would you do? And this is what I said to her at her apartment. I can't tell you, but you got to do something. And she got mad. So then we have the same fucking conversation today. Oh, I can't get Chevelle to do what I want her to do. You got to do something. Well, what would you do? I don't know. And that's where, B was like, you fucking sit down and you put her fucking clothes on her. And B was really bothered about the diaper thing. When we got there, she's like, Chevelle won't let me change her diaper. So instead of changing the daughter's diaper before we went outside, she took her outside in a shitty diaper that was like down to her knees. And it's like, this is your job. No kid is going to give you permission to change their diaper. They're not going to say, oh, okay, I'm ready. And that's what I said earlier. I told B the whole conversation. I was like, she's at an age where she can potty train her. It's just, she just needs to take away the diapers and just keep taking her that. And that's exactly what I told her this morning on the conversation when she said this stupid shit again. And it doesn't matter. I'm not here to teach you how to be a mom. Don't come to me with shit. And then when I give you an answer, you fucking blow up. That's where I'm at right now. I realize that every time you come to me, you blow up with my answer. And this has only been 48 hours that we've been, 72 hours we've been around each other, and you've blown up 3 times. And that's called passive aggressive. And it reminded me that's what you do here. You blow up and then you send an apology later. You apologize for your behavior later. Now I'm forgiving because this is me speaking to me, because this is exactly what I do to Bobby or anybody else. And now I'm having to witness myself, my unhealed self in another person. Now, I cannot tell her about this. So I told B, I'm going to go upstairs and make a video of this and send it to her. Because God knows if I say something, she's going to fucking blow up. You're explosive, as I was. You were absolutely defensive, and you don't want to hear anyone out. You are in a very Kanye place right now. And I don't know why you're so triggered. You want someone to come close, but then you bite at them when they come close, which is exactly my unhealed self. I'm no better than you. I worked hard to not be you. You're going to have to realize that you're getting too emotional when people talk. And you're not stopping yourself to hear them. You want to talk over them and you want a defense to whatever they said. Number 1. Number 2, you do not disrespect my career ever again. When I tried to quit my job and I told her, I don't need this job, I have a career, she did the same thing. Any person that denies my power and what I do on these videos, and that goes to my kids, you have no respect for me as a human. This is what I do. If you can't respect that, I can respect that you're a mechanic and that's what you do. And I will always have respect for what you do. You respect what I do. Okay? And that's where it is. And you can't run around calling yourself a mechanic if you're not fixing cars. You say, I was a mechanic, or I'm a non-operational, or I'm a retired mechanic, realistically. And that goes back to it. There was a couple things, I've been holding back. I'm all forgiving and I'm all understanding to your shit ass behaviors. And I will be so accepting until I realize that you're taking away my peace. I was having a peaceful conversation and you're blowing up in my face because you can't control yourself. This started back then when we went to war over drugs and alcohol. We were talking about someone else and how I think it was their drinking. And I was like, it's their coping mechanism. And I was like, it's the same thing with you and your dabs or me and my weed. She's like, no, this is my mood stabilizer. I was like, it's a coping mechanism. And when she gets into this huge fight defending why she needs weed. Well, I had a head injury and I need this. You don't need it. You need to find another way to cope. If that's the only way you can cope is through weed. You're the definition of an addict. But what she's really hiding is that she has a different coping mechanism that she doesn't know. And at that moment, she goes to it. And I find out that she's a tweaker. Really? It all starts with a book. We were talking about someone else. And that's how you know. They start fucking getting fidgety. They start getting real uncomfortable about somebody else and they start projecting on someone else when you know they're guilty of it. And I'll purposely do it. I know this is you. And I'll bring up a conversation to someone else just like you, just to watch you squirm. Because I know you're trying to hide this. I know your shadows. Realistically, yeah. And that's where I'm at. I'm like, and that's what I told B. I was like, you think she's not going to do it tomorrow? You think that something I say tomorrow under the new moon ritual isn't going to set her off? And I stopped right there and I walked away. I was like, I got to go do a video. Do you always want to be in combat with somebody? And it's fucked up because I'm about to make her my neighbor, but it's like, you live down the hall now. Like, I don't have to be your friend if you can't be a respectful friend and realize your behaviors are unhealthy and they're repulsive. Every time I talk to you, you're going to get loud and crazy with me because you ask me. And then when I give you the answer, you don't like it and you want to get crazy about it. I don't want to talk to you if you're going to act like this every time we talk. And it happened that quick. That's called a tower. You have to be able to see. This is unhealthy. If I keep talking to her, like, is she going to do this every morning, every night, every afternoon? Do I always got to watch what I say? And I said that in my earlier video. And that's exactly what B said. She's very touchy. She is. You're fucking temperamental. That's your temper that you can't control. I don't have to watch my words. You got to watch yours. I spend all day watching my words. And you know damn well that I don't hold back. I don't filter. If you can't be around a person that doesn't filter, you do not have the strength to be around me. I'm not going to apologize for your inability to accept my words. So right here, when I send this video, it's her choice to either acknowledge her fucking shadow and say, you're right, I'm going to start working on this. It's going to take some time. And every time she does it, I make her aware she's being defensive. And she can either fix herself or go be defensive with someone else. That's her choice. You want to keep me in your life, then you have to treat me better. And that starts with acknowledging what you're doing. I'm not going to do this. I don't want to talk to someone that's always going to turn into an argument. I would rather sit in quiet. Peace and quiet. Really? I don't need to talk to someone that's just going to argue with me. I'm not into arguments like that. And that's why I said after it was all done, I'm sitting there first thing in the morning. I'm like, And it happened. Seriously, people were walking by, watching her, get loud with me, and I'm getting loud with her. I'm matching that energy. I don't need to be loud. And that used to happen outside all the time. When I tried to tell her, hey, bro, it's 11 o'clock at night, and I do not think you should be opening the fucking hood. You look like a fucking tweaker. And she wants to get all loud with me. No, they know what I do around here. I live here and this and that. Like, I'm trying to be nice and you want to get all crazy with me that I'm being a bad person for calling you out right now. Nobody's going to tell you to take your fucking daughter upstairs and not be tweaking in your fucking car at 11 o'clock. I'm supposed to be your friend and now you want to get mad about it? That was just one of them. You're acting crazy every time these people walk through the building and there's more of them than you and I'm tired of being embarrassed. Every time you see them, you get loud. Can you calm down? You remember that? No, she slept with my baby daddy. That what? Are we talking about gummy worm that you're trying to make a home with? Did you forget all that? And that's where it is. It's like, oh shit, I asked for this, didn't I though? Really? I asked for community. I asked for friends, and this is what I got. And that goes back to it. I'm facing my own shadow. How come you don't have friends? It's not worth the fight. I'm not going to fight with you to be a better person. I'm going to go on and be by myself and have a good day by myself. I don't need someone to talk to like you. And she said it. You're so fucking lonely. You're needy, bro. You were begging me to get, you know what I mean, to go to college with you. And I don't want to do this by myself. You begged me to move into those fucking apartments. You were begging me to tell you how to be a mother. I'm not going to do this. And then when I tell you no, you go crazy. And that's what I told B. What do you think she's going to do if I tell her that I'm not coming tomorrow? Is she going to guilt me? Is she going to be forgiving? And that's where it is like, oh, fuck off. It happened real fast. It didn't. It doesn't take much to pay attention to people's behaviors and catch on quick. I know she's hurt by that. I know you're hurt, but it's true. You don't have anyone and you found someone and you want to like hold me and you think I'm going to make your life better and I have all the answers and I'm a great person and I'm everything you needed. Bro, I don't know. I'm just a person too. Just because I can talk to the spirit world doesn't mean that I'm not a soul having a human experience. And you want me to tell you how to live your life while I'm trying to experience life for myself. And just because I know the truth doesn't mean I know how to live this life. If I did, then why would I be here? It's the experience. I'm here to experience it just like you. I don't have the answers. And I'm not going to tell you I'm not going to keep telling you to do something about your daughter. And of course, nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that you need to do something about that kid. What do you want me to do? That's not the answer. Now you're looking hella stupid. I'm not here to tell you how to be a parent. And I didn't raise my voice. I said it kindly, but let me say it how it really is. Do something about that kid. And it's not my job to tell you what to do. That's your kid. Change their diaper, put her shoes on, put her fucking clothes on, and make her fucking do what she's supposed to do. You want me to tell you it like I should tell you it? Or you want me to be Jesus like I did? You want me to match that energy? You want me to give it to you? I'll give it to you. Somebody else will say, you better whoop that fucking kid's ass. You better do something, bitch. Do something. That's what I could have said. Do something about your kid, bitch. That's your kid. That's her dirty ass running around that you said she don't want to. No fucking kid wants to run around with clothes, shoes, fucking dresses. They don't want their hair fucking did. They don't want to eat their fucking vegetables. They don't want to go to fucking bed. They don't want to go to school. They don't want to. I'm God's first kid, bitch. I'm an example of how I don't want to. And God disciplines me how he chooses to be fit, and that's your fucking job. That's your job. You raise that kid. And if it comes out an asshole, that's your fault. She out here looking stupid because you're not being a mom. And you're making me look stupid. How you like them fucking, how's that feel? How's the truth feel? You don't want to look like a bad mom, but you're not being a mom right now. I'm all supportive, bro. Until I can't support them. I do not support this message. And that's her choice. And that's it. I said my fucking piece. And I make peace with it. This is why I'm not talking to you until you get this under control. Same thing with the fucking drugs. I'm not going to talk to you when you're on drugs. I'm not going to talk to you when you're acting like this. It's called a boundary for myself. I'm not going to get upset because you are. I'm not going to get loud because you are. I'm not going to argue because you want to. I live in peace. I work hard at that. And I've learned that my peace comes from solidarity. It doesn't come from other people. People don't bring me peace. They bring me fucking chaos, like yourself. I don't need chaos. I don't need you to be part of my new moon. You need me to help you be part of the new moon. And if you did your own work, you wouldn't need me. And that's what it means. Is like people want to be needed all the time. I don't need this. Do you understand what you're doing, your effect on my life? I see the positive effect that I have on yours and why you want me, but do you understand the negative effect that you have on probably not just my life, but other people? If this is how you act, this is your regular behavior, this is your regular tuning, you're going to have to tune that up, dude. And that's what it is. It's like, there's a reason I don't have friends and people around me, because I demand a certain statue of respect, honesty, loyalty, and number one, communication. I don't play that. And that's what B brought up. And she's like, you sat here for months talking about how she didn't reach out to you. I was like, well, she had the story to, she had an alibi that I supported, and that's what the God said. You know what I mean? And she really did. Her fucking phone, she sent it in to get, she had to send her phone in. They sent her a new one and it had a lock and all this shit and blah, 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 blah. And she validated that because after my first call, she had to call her dad and give him the new number. So I believed her story. And that's what God said, is she's going through some shit. Well, obviously she didn't come out so well. And she's very temperamental for whatever God's put her through. And now he's about to put her through some more. Realistically, yeah. And, that's just it. I'm not here to make your life better in that way. And that type of shit doesn't make me feel better. When I have these situations outside, like my kids are calm, cool, collect. This is their living space. They're cool. And I just come rushing in. These motherfuckers right here and this, that, and the other. And da-da-da. They don't deserve that. Right? They don't deserve that. I'm not supposed to do that. Now, I work hard not to never do that. But when it's the people closest to me that I'm coming in, fucking Morgan, no. Stop talking to Morgan if you're going to come in and feel like that after talking to Morgan. Holy Spirit shit, bro. You learn how people make you feel. You learn the after effects. You learn this. We were talking about that earlier. Not everyone, you want them to be in your life, but you got to see. And that's what she said. She said something. She said it was unnecessary. B was like, that was unnecessary. But when B said unnecessary, my spirit I heard her say unhealthy. She said it over and over. She's like, that shit was just unnecessary. Like, it's just absolutely unnecessary. And when she said it twice, I didn't hear unnecessary. I heard unhealthy. That's unhealthy. And it is. It's unhealthy to having a conversation with someone and then they just get loud and fucking defensive and just shut down in front of you. Fine. Whatever you say, and just walk off. And that's what happens. That's how she does this. And then she'll turn around and she'll send me an apology later. She'll apologize for her behaviors later. You're not in control. That's me with my personality disorder. I would wake up every morning so a fucking shame that I did that. Now, the shit I said to Bobby the day before yesterday that was somewhat hurtful, that was the truth. I still stand on it, and I told him the same fucking thing yesterday when I talked to him on the phone. I validated why I said that shit, and that's how I fucking feel. Realistically, yeah, I totally said all that. It's like, you know what I mean? I didn't say that and not mean it. And that's where it is like, you meant what you said. You just didn't mean for me to hear it or for it to get that big. You didn't mean for it to come out your mouth or something. But it's out now. And what's out, Morgan? That you can't control your kid. And you were taking it out on me because you think I control mine so well. Realistically, you think I have control over my kids so much better than yours? You think that I didn't have to go through those battles when they were little of trying to figure out how to, you know what I mean? I remember them. And I did do unhealthy things like scream at my kids and spank them and lock them in their rooms and take away their things. I tried everything that every parent does. And that's why I can't tell you what will work, because some things work for some parents and some they really work and some don't. That shit didn't work. None of that shit worked with my kids. Realistically, no, not guilting them either. None of that. None of that works. At this point, I got to be honest, bro. There's nothing I can do. Like, I can get to a point where I'm so frustrated I'll cry. But when I yell at them, I'm like, dude, clean the fucking house. I'm not going to fucking, like, there's nothing I can do to make them do it. There's nothing I can do. And then there can be B on the other side that's like, you got fucking teenagers, girl. There's no reason you should be carrying all those fucking bags. You put those fucking kids to work. That's what everyone thinks. But you don't understand the battle. I'm not going to beg you. And sometimes I do. I do feel sad that you won't help me. And then it's like, what's the next thing? Force them? Hit them? Scream at them? How do you make them do what you want them to do? Sometimes you can't. But when they're that little, it's your responsibility, bro. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? No baby wants to have shoes on. Not at any fucking age. I don't know why you guys buy them expensive little shoes that they'll always kick one off and you just lost $135. It doesn't matter if they're Walmart. They don't even keep socks on. They rip the socks off to chew on the toes. This is so fucking real on everything holy, bro. You know what I mean? At no age do they want to wear shoes. I don't know, like, even my kids right now, like, dude, seriously, I don't know, Flintstone feet, call it what you fucking want, bro. They don't like shoes. Like, they don't want to wear fucking shoes. You know what I mean? And then you get older, it's like, you don't want to wear a bra. You're like, put on a bra. Like, something like that. It's like, dude, I don't know. But realistically, you're not going to make me feel bad because you do. And that's what happened, bro. She blew up at me about the fucking schooling. And she fucking totally, and that's what hurt. I realized that she had done this before. She will not acknowledge that this is my career and this is all I do. My kids, sometimes that we get into fights. It's like just now, why do you got to do this? I'm not going to keep explaining this to you for the rest of my life, that this is what I do and this is all I'm called to do. And this is the most important thing that I can do every day. And I can't control if it's 5, 6, 7 times a day. When God says I need to go talk about this, this is what I got to do. And I know nobody understands it, but there's people on the other side that this is helping. I'm going through a real life battle that people will face again. And now from my story, they'll know how to get through it. While I'm trying to figure out life, I'm helping other people. And that's what I tell Morgan. I can't fucking tell you, bro. But I am going to tell you this. Do something. And she didn't like that. What would you tell them to do? What would you have told Morgan to do, bro, with her kids standing there in a dirty fucking diaper in the middle of the fucking street with no fucking shoes on, people driving by, and she's putting her hands up saying, she does what she wants. I don't know what to do. And then meanwhile is screaming at the top of her lungs at her child. You're like, I'd walk away. I wouldn't even deal with a woman like that. And I understand. She's not a bad woman. She just doesn't have the right skills. And that's where it is like, we've got to help them, but how can we help someone that doesn't want to be helped? I'm trying to give you some, and that's why I told her, you got to figure it out. That's not very nice. What the fuck do you want me to tell you? You have to do the work. So I don't, the way I feel right now, I don't want to even have another conversation with her because of where the conversations keep going. And I'm going to send this to her. And when she's ready to control herself during conversations, we can talk again. I have 2 weeks before I move in. And if it's that weird and we just are neighbors that are cordial, I have the same thing. I got Diana that lives on the same floor. She lives right in front of the elevator. God puts me in front of her like 3 times a fucking day. All the time. I'm not mean to her to the face, and I'm very respectful to her kids. And sometimes she thinks that I'm being nice to her because I'm cordial. And I have to reaffirm, I'm still not talking to you. And if that's what happens with me and Morgan going forward, then that's what happens. And it's not my fault. You take ownership over your mouth and your actions like I have to. I have to sit there in those moments and hate myself for what I've said and what I've done. My sister will never talk to me ever again in this life. I'm sure of it. I know this because of what I said. I have to live with that every day of my life. She was the best woman in my life, and she will never talk to me again because of what I've said. She was not a bad person. She was never a bad person. She did not deserve for me to hurt her so bad with my words. And it was really, I just ripped her heart out. And that's where it is like, you don't understand that. And as the Queen of Swords, I'm becoming very aware of our words. And as a master manifester, I'm very aware of words. I'm a wordsmith. My words stick, and I got to be careful of that. But I'm teaching you the importance of it too. If you have a lying tongue, then cut that shit out. If you can't tell the truth, then don't fucking, they always say, if you can't say something nice, don't say shit, bitch. Realistically, and then there's me. And I can't not say something, so I have to filter. I have to find a way to deliver this as best as I can. You don't ask me not to say something. That's not how God created me. And you don't rip off my head every time I say something that you don't like. I'm telling you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And you don't fucking like that. And you're not going to sit there screaming at me because you don't like the message. You fucking asked me. Really? Yeah. And I just want to point that out because I'm sure everybody has one of those in the group too. Always on defense. It wasn't me, and that's not what I meant. It's almost like fucking Russ. You're over there making fun of Russ. You're making fun of Russ. Well, you're looking very Russell-like. Realistically, I mean, he is the archetype of all this bullshit, isn't he, though? Hey, Russ. And that's where it is. It's like, if I would deal with it, if I'm going to deal with this behavior, I'll go live with Russ. Everything turns into an argument with him. Really? Oh, yeah. He's not. Oh, yeah. I mean, he's real agreeing and pleasing to, somebody with authority, but he just wants to argue with me. It's like Wolfman. I'm not talking to you. You just want to fucking argue with me. Really? Yeah, that's how I felt. And it's like, well, that's not how it is. Well, show me different. That's how it's been. This has happened how many times? How many times does it have to be done before I can say this is how it is? No, that's not how it is. It's how it's been. Is it going to be different? And that takes a lot of self-control on your part. And that's just it. I'm not meant for everyone. I can set a whole room on fire, and I've said it a million times. I'll drop one sentence in here. One sentence. Make all of you fucking go crazy and get into a fight with each other, and I won't even be in the room. You want to play psycho games? I'll get in that head and make you all fucking kinds of crazy. Realistically, if you want to play those kind of fucking mind games, be playing with me. Really? Yeah. And it's just you. You're touchy. You need to figure out where that's coming from. You're fucking triggered about anything and everyone. And that's part of the dark night of the soul. Really? What chapter is that? Fucking Famanach? That's a terrible chapter. That's Russ's favorite chapter. I knew it right away off the top of my head. Jesus, your knee-jerking reactions out in public. Your outbursts. Jerky? Beef jerky actions here. I love you to death, but I'm not going to do this. And that's where it is. It doesn't change that I love you. And that's where it is. B's like, but how much do you value the friendship? It's like, it's not about that, bro. It's how much do I value my peace? And she had said something like this a long time ago. Not everybody's replaceable. She had said something like that. And I took wind to that because someone like me, you're never going to find another me. God didn't create another one like me. There's watered down versions of people that have similar personality traits, but nobody's the Holy Spirit, the original essence of God in the female form, the dark goddess, the feelings of God like I am. You experience the feelings. You're part of feeling, but you're not the feelings of God created in a human form. You experience them. So anyways, you're like, that's what I was trying to say. I was like, you know what I mean? You got to be able to match the fire. And that's like, I'm not going to go around a Cancer like this. Like, you're too fucking touchy for a person like me. Everything I say is going to offend a person like you. And that's how she's coming off right now. Like, she can't handle me. Okay. I'm not going to stop. You're making things uncomfortable. Every time we talk, you get all riled up and you got to walk away because you can't handle the conversation. If you can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen. I'm in here mixing it up. Truth. Funny, you can deal it out, but you can't take a plate of it yourself. You want to tell everybody the truth, but you don't want your own truth? I love that. And your truth is my truth, bro. I was just like you. I do the same shit. Realistically, I mean, you should have seen me with fucking Diana. I told you it was one hell of a show. I'm ready to light this bitch up, bro. I'm ready to light this bitch up, bro. Over the same shit you're fucking over there doing. Realistically, yeah. I hate fucking people that spend all their fucking that take care of themselves and not their fucking children. And that's where it is bro, you know, being a good mother is doing all that stupid shit. That's the shit that fathers don't understand. We're the one tying their shoes. We're the one teaching them to brush their teeth. We're the one teaching them to put the fucking toilet seat down. We're the one teaching them how to use a fucking spoon, how to fucking use a fork, how to brush their hair when they don't want to. Gosh. At that moment, I saw the beautiful Black community. They do these beautiful, beautiful hairstyles for their children. And these children have to sit there for hours in agony. And they've taught their children to do so. Meanwhile, you don't want to brush your kid's hair. Exactly. And that's what I told my daughter. If you don't take care of your hair, I'm going to cut it. And that's what happened with my son. He's Native American. He had long hair. I didn't cut it till he was like 4 years old. He had long hair. He had longer than yours, Russ. It was beautiful. Ellie. It was more like beautiful curls like Ellie's. Realistically, yeah, it was beautiful. But he didn't like me to brush it. He didn't like me to take care of it. So I had to get rid of it. He didn't want to take care of it. And that's why they both have short hair. They don't want to do what it takes to take care of it. So you don't get to have it. You don't get to have long hair if you don't take care of long hair. And she doesn't. She'll sit there in the bathroom trimming her own hair all week. Like, dude, you were cutting your hair again. I can see it all over the floor. She does it all the time. Yeah, you do. At least once a month, there'll be hair all over the place. That's because my bangs begin long. See what I mean? I tried to do that and I fucked my whole hair up. I was like, she can do it. I can do it. No, I'll never do that again. Realistically, no, she's got that Britney Spears thing. She shaved her head when she was at her 13th birthday. Seriously. Realistically, and that's a good example too. I'm sitting there crying, looking hella stupid at that moment. I don't know what to do. I can't tell you, bro. But I can tell you that you're not going to blow up on me again. I'm not going to allow this behavior. That's what I'm saying. And I'm making this video public because, again, I can't approach you in the DMs without you getting defensive. And I can't say it to your face. And I can't say it on the phone. And some people you can't. You better just write a letter. Just write a letter. Send a pitch. Send an emissary. Don't shoot the messenger. There's that. But in this, you need to learn that for yourself about the other people that do this to you as well, Morgan, and for everybody else. It's not just for me. It's for everybody. Because even though, you know what I mean, you're this person, you deal with these people too. And when you fix this about yourself, you won't deal with it with other people. And, you know, that's something poor Bobby. I was like, will you forgive me again? He's like, I forgave you 30 years ago, meaning he spent his whole life forgiving me like he just does. And that's why it has to be equal forgiveness, because it's like, I don't do the same shit, but I do my own shit. You know what I mean? I'm always being, you know what I mean, blowing up on him in the fucking DMs and shit like that. So I can see how these behaviors, and it's like he tolerates it to a certain extent, and we tolerate it until we can't. And I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this every time. So you have like a couple weeks to figure out, you know, work on that, find some new coping mechanisms too. She just said something and I don't have to scream at her. That's what that means. Catch yourself, bro. And secondly, you do have to do something about, you know what I mean, your daughter. And that's what I meant. And again, there's no shame in going to parenting classes, reading some books, watching some videos on YouTube. This is how we learn. Choosing ignorance over wisdom is just laziness. If you don't know how to do something, you find resources on how to do it. The internet's great. That phone you have in your hand, you can put in something and it'll give you billions of ideas. You can choose which one you want to try or try them all. You know what I mean? And that's it. It's like you can ask, if we brought in 10 mothers right now and asked them, how do you get your kid to stay still so you can change their diaper? All of them are going to tell you different ways they do it. right? Put some peanut butter on the forehead. I don't know, something. Realistically, they're all going to tell you a different answer. Do whatever you want as long as it gets done. How do you get your kid to listen to you? They're all going to tell you something. I'm just not going to tell you shit. And you can't be mad at me because I don't have an answer. I choose not to be part of this conversation. For my own protection, I plead the fifth. And specifically because it's you. Because I know if I say anything, this is going to be used against me. Really? Ooh, are we talking to a mirror here? Realistically? And that's to show you. A like attracts like, right? So I'm at a place in my life, and here comes Morgan. And we are going through the same trials and struggles and tribulations in our life. We're both at a homeless shelter. We're both trying to get our lives together. We're both, what appears is at the same time, we're aligned in life for this moment. Okay? That's what an alignment means. That's why God brought us together. Misery loves company. You'll like this one. They're going through what you're going through, and you guys can sharpen each other through this bullshit. That's what you need. But what happens is the elevation. We don't stay here. You're not supposed to stay there. You're supposed to elevate, right? So she went this direction, and I had to stay where I was. I still had to stay on my path. Now we come together. Are we aligned? We're not aligned like we used to be. Why? Because we've had life experiences that have changed us, and we don't get along like we used to. Obviously. Or as I can look back, this is how we used to hang out, and I didn't realize how unhealthy this was. How do we look at this? Because people outside can look at us and see this is an unhealthy, that's not a healthy friendship where they're getting loud like that all the time and they're arguing with each other and screaming at each other. That's not healthy. It's an opportunity to change the relationship and make it a healthy one, or it stops here because it's unhealthy. We didn't realize then that this was unhealthy and stop it, but we have to realize now. And that takes it. It's like, you know what I mean? What can I do to make her stop being so temperamental? You're talking to Lilith. Everything I do is offensive. Maybe I need to just remove myself because everything I say seems to bother you. No, it's not like that. Your actions are showing differently. Will I give you another chance? Yeah, but what happens when you get loud with me again? And I walk out? Are you going to get even louder? And that's what I mean. Until you have control of this, I think it's best to just separate. Because that's going to get worse. You're going to make it worse. It's going to get worse before it gets better. Really? Really? What else am I going to say that's going to piss you off, Morgan? Everything I say pisses off everyone. You're not supposed to be so pissed off by what I say, but yet you are. And it seems like only when it's directed towards you. You don't mind if I'm talking shit to everyone else, but when I'm talking shit to you, was I talking shit, bro? Was it wrong for me to say you didn't have a career and you get all mad at me and then talk about I don't have a career? Was that wrong of me? Or were you not willing to put in work for the career that you have built for yourself? Are you retired? And that's it. Where is your truth? Where is your reality? Okay. Secondly, you don't need me to help you put in an application for college. There's literally people at the college that help you. You can call someone and they can do it. That's not my job. I can help you, but that's not my job. It's not my job to help you find a college. It's not my job to help you choose a career. You were going to go into medical billing because your stepmom said it's a 6-figure income. You knew nothing about what that job was. You just knew what it paid. You didn't know how to even get it. You didn't know how college works. And that's it. It's like, I can give you it, but you're basically an incompetent child without your own knowledge and your own wisdom. Always looking outside of yourself for somebody's knowledge and wisdom leaves you lacking. When we live in the technological era where all answers are at the tip of your fingertips. Nobody has to be stupid right now. That's a choice. To be ignorant is a choice. All knowledge and information that we ever needed that was hidden from us is on our phone. The Epstein files are there. Go ahead. The fucking files for the fucking aliens are there. Go ahead. The fucking JFK tapes, they're there. The hidden scrolls from the Dead Seas, they're there. Nothing's being hidden from you. You don't want to see it. You don't want to learn it. You don't want to know it. And for someone that doesn't want to know something, you probably shouldn't be going to college. It's called a higher knowing. I don't like it. I'm like, when this happens, I hate God. I hate God for this. Why'd you even put me out there like this? Why'd you even tell me to be friends with people? It always ends up with some shit. I can't get along with these fucking people, and they can't get along with me. It doesn't matter how loving I am. I will love them until they're stepping on me. And then I have to go back. I can't. It's my hell. Period. I'm set different. I cannot backslide on this. And that's where it is. It's like, why don't you have any friends? Because I come with a certain fucking code of conduct that must be it's a requirement to be in my energy. And it's given by God. It's authoritative. Nothing is allowed to disturb my peace, because it's only through my peace can I access God. And that's where he needs me. He needs me with him. He will not let anyone come in and disturb my peace, because that takes from what he's doing with me for you. Nobody's allowed in here. Nobody's allowed to make my life hard. Now, he will send people to teach me lessons, but no more than that. You're not allowed to fuck with me. The only one fucking with me is God. And that's really what it is. It's like, it's an invisible army of protection. And when they bring me to you, it's for a purpose. My purpose is to get you on your path to him. I'm not going to sit here and hold your hand, and I'm not your connection to him. I'm your teacher. The connection is yours. You don't get God through my connection. You get God through yours. And I tell you the work you have to do to connect with him. And that's the same work I have to do all day, which is disconnect from this world to be with him. Leave people, places, and things that are disrupting my peace. So yeah, and that's how quick it could be. You can make a new friend, and then here comes here comes God, and is like, that's not your friend. And your friend is, you can't hang out with that person. And that's because God can see the bigger picture. And this is, you know what I mean? You start hanging out with the wrong crowd. And that's kind of where it is. It's like he doesn't want me sitting there getting loud with you every day and getting emotionally, blowing steam like this. That's a waste of my energy. I transmute enough energy. I don't need to transmute you and your insecurities. Not regularly. Really? That's not what I do. I'm not a nurse. I'm a specialist. They prep you, and I come in and do the, the hard work, and you go through the recovery after. I don't sit there and do all that, bro. No. I called myself the amplifier. Cataclysm, whatever. Initiator. That's not true. You've already been initiated by the time I come. I can't make your journey any easier for you. I'm on my own very difficult journey. Realistically, and the journey is to become better, to even become aware. It's called self-realization in science, is what you're trying to achieve. After you get to a certain level of self-realization, meaning you have realized yourself fully, the consciousness of yourself, you can transcend yourself. And that's what I am in science. I'm a transcendental soul. That starts with self-healing. self-awareness, self-reflection, self-accountability, self-confidence, self-reassurance. This is all done by yourself. There are people outside of you that can support you on this self-healing journey, but you are pushing yourself. My job is not to keep pushing you. I'm not your drill sergeant. I got Kobe inside that does that for me. That's his job. And you've got others that do it for you. That's not my job. But best believe every time you come around me, I'm going to check in and see where you are and pushing yourself to be better than last time I saw you. Are you the same hoe you was last time? You on that same hoe shit? And that's how I talk to everyone. I'm not allowed to talk to you like that. If you're doing the same shit than last year, then I call you a same hoe. You at the same job? You with the same lover? We going to the same restaurant? You don't like that, do you? Why don't you like that? Why don't you like that I want something new for you? That I expected something new for you? That I hoped something new for you? And I'm disappointed to see that nothing new has happened in your life. And that's what it is. What's up? Nothing new. Oh. Ask me what's new. Ask me what I'm going through. Any day of the week. I got plenty to tell you. And don't wait, but wait, there's more tomorrow because I'm having an adventure today. My kid can sit there. Amelia can sit there. My son, he goes to school every day. He doesn't know what he learns. I can ask him every day. Secondly, I can ask him what he had for lunch, and he has no idea. I think he gets that disassociation like me. Probably just spaces out like me. As long as he's getting good grades, the information goes in and he puts it on a paper, and that's good enough. That's why they call him gifted and talented. I mean, it's Benjamin Franklin. I think he already knows all this shit. Fucking Albert Einstein already knows the answer. Really, going back to that, he don't know shit. But my daughter will sit here. She will stare at her phone. She will do shit on her phone all day long. But the difference between the two of them is my son, he won't even pass a level. He's still fighting the same bad guy that he was fighting last week. Really? Yeah. My daughter, I can turn to her and she will tell me all day long all the things she is learning on the internet, all the things she's seeing. What the fuck were you telling me this morning? Something about, hold on.
You'd be allergic to caffeine.
Yeah, there was that
And
one.
you can suddenly get that allergic illness too.
There was something else later when I came in later. People. You were saying something about certain people. Anyways, all day long, she can tell me what she learned today. What she learned. Now, she didn't leave her house. She didn't leave the house. She did all this on the internet. What did you learn today from watching your phone all day? What did you learn from being in your home today? What did you learn from going out to the store today? What did you learn from today? Then you didn't have a good day. If there was nothing to learn, then you are the same hoe. That's Groundhog Day. Nothing happened today. Nothing of excitement. Nothing. Then you're in hell. They say no news is good news. What does that mean? It means that nothing happening is good. That means that you're not going anywhere and you're not doing anything. That's what that means to me. Because everything is happening. And that's my answer. People be like, what's happening? Everything. What do you mean? Nah, the world's popping, bro. It's popping. What's happening with you? What's happening realistically? And you're going to come back, nah, shit. That's your answer? Shit? What shit? What shit's popping off? And then you're going to tell me some bunk ass shit. No, the homies and this and that. All right, come on, dump truck me. Let's hear all the shit you're dealing with in your life. That's some good shit. Not. And the survey says, hey, I love you, but no, I don't need this. And you need to love yourself more and realize where it's coming from. And I don't know if you just do it to me, but you can't do that to me. I don't deserve that. I don't deserve that. I don't deserve people wanting to rip my head off because I told the truth. That's all they ever want to do. I don't deserve that from a friend. That's not a friend. Somebody that's always ripping my head off because they don't like what I say. Then don't talk to me. It's that simple. I'm not going to change me for you to feel comfortable. You're uncomfortable, and that has nothing to do with me, and I'm obviously only making it worse. So I'm going to take myself out of this uncomfortable situation and go be comfy and cozy in my room. And I just want to point out, going back to B, and that's what I said too. I was like, maybe this has something to do, like maybe she's touchy because there's a 3 of us or something. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why she's so touchy, but I'm not going to do this. I was telling B, I was like, well, I sorted the clothes. She's like, bitch, you're just like me. I was like, I told you, I'll talk about for a week that I have to do laundry. Then it'll take me a week getting it ready, and then I'll actually do it. She's like, yep. I was like, so now it's sorted by color code in 6 bags. And that's just it. Like, maybe we only are friends when we, you know what I mean? It sucks. The growth. And I told B the same thing. I was like, B, I said that this could have happened with you yesterday. And that's just what's happening. It's unhealthy, bro. This is unhealthy, and I don't need unhealthy. Realistically, I don't. It'd be nice to have a neighbor to have good conversation with, but not if it's going to blow up all the time. And I'm just saying, look at it. How many conversations we've had about 4, and 3 of them were blow ups? That's not a good average. Your batting average is not looking so good right now. Really? I see a pattern. And when I see patterns, I stop them. I stop them right in their tracks. It's like a fucking cockroach to me. I see this, meaning it's going to keep happening. I've got to stop the happening. Unless I like this happening. Oh, I like this. I mean, I don't like this. I don't like arguing with you. And I can look at myself and say, what did I say? And it's not. Why are you jumping the gun every time I open my mouth? I'm not going to, you know what I mean? I don't need to talk to you if that's what you're going to do. Really? Yeah. And for that sake, I'm going to go ahead and cancel the new moon. I'm not going to come over tomorrow. Sorry. I just am not. Under the circumstances, that's not the energy. That's not, you know what I mean? Just like yesterday, I didn't want to manifest a guy from fear. I can't manifest in that place with you right now. Really? Nope. And I don't think you could either. And I know you really wanted me to help you manifest, but I've taught you how this works. You don't need me to manifest. You need to believe to manifest. I just teach you how to fine tune it. That's all that means. Okay? Hey, I love you guys. Morgan, I love you, bro. Just figure it out. I don't want to lose you as a friend, but God's not going to let me do this. When God comes in, it's done. That's it. I don't. That's what makes me what I am. I listen to God. He said, stop this. It's unhealthy. Don't. It doesn't matter. I could sit there crying and really want to talk to you and tell you what's going on with my life and my twin flames, and you're the only person I ever had to talk to. And he says, you can't talk to her. I have videos proving that I kept wanting to reach out to you all this time, but God wouldn't let me drive to your house. I knew all I could do was drive to your house and I could see you, but he said no. And that's why I didn't do it. It's not that I didn't care about you and that I didn't think about you and that I didn't want to. God wouldn't let me. I do what God says. Know that, guys. You're not going to get me to do something against God. And if I do something that does look a little funny, just know that God told me to do this. And even I don't know if this is okay. If I'm breaking a rule, God said, go break the rules. He doesn't let me break rules. He doesn't let me, bitch, he don't let me do shit. Realistically. Nope, here I am, stuck in my house. Realistically, there's nothing stopping me. I got money. I got a car. I got a free day. I could do whatever the fuck I want. I'm grown. I have no willpower and no ambition, no desire to do anything until he gives it to me. I don't go looking for good feelings. He gives me an idea of what will make me feel good, and then I'll do that. But otherwise, no, I'm just going to sit here with God, listen to what he's trying to tell me, how to be a better person. That's all I do. I'm pretty lame in that sense, bro. Realistically, yeah. And it's temperamental. Don't offend, don't treat me funny, because he's going to take you away from me. He does it all the time for my protection. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to me. But I mean, how can I deny it? This isn't healthy. No, I don't. She's not going to act like that. I think she will. You want to keep doing this? I said no. And that's where God will sit me down. I said no. I'm not arguing with God over you. I can't argue with him over nobody. Really? No. And realistically, who am I? He knows you better than I do. I'm like, no, they're a really great person. Little do you know. That's it. He told me to take a chill pill on you until you can chill. Don't be taking pills. Hey, I love you. Laters. Bye-bye. And no, not in the comments. What is next in my career? What are you doing about your fucking career? Is that what you think psychics do? It's predictable, bro. I can tell you what's next, or I can lie to you like they did Kim Kardashian. They knew she wasn't, bro, you didn't have to be psychic to know she wasn't going to pass the bar. And if they pulled the cards would have told the truth too. They lied to her straight to her face. Why? Because it's Kim Kardashian. I don't want to hurt her. I don't want to tell her the truth. She's not going to like this if I tell her this. So you tell them a lie. I'm just being honest. What's going to happen in your career? Nothing. Nothing's going to happen in that career unless you're making things happen. Things don't just happen. You have to take action. That's the masculine energy of God. The feminine is the feelings. The masculine is you know what I mean? The actions. If you want something to happen, you have to take action in it to make it happen. Things don't just happen. But that's what I mean is there's always things happening, but are you part of the happening or you're not letting anything happen? You're just sitting there waiting for Jesus to come and get you. You're just waiting for someone to save you. You're waiting for what? We all have to work hard at our lives to make things happen. Into the comments, I don't know what you want out of your career. Nothing's going to happen in your career if you're not doing anything. So the question is, what's going to happen in my career? That's the question. The answer is, what are you doing to make something happen in your career? Well, I mean, or we could rephrase the question, what do you want to happen in your career? I was really hoping I was going to get this promotion. What are you doing for that? This has nothing to do with spirituality. This has nothing to do with spirituality. I can tell you nothing's going to happen because you're doing nothing. That doesn't make me psychic, bro. It's predictable. People are predictable. And if for some reason, and I don't read people's cards. I put a hex on myself since I started with my first card deck. I will never read into an individual without their permission. And nobody can read into me without my permission. You'll get the basics of the energy that I'm in, but you're not going to know what I'm going to do. And even I don't know that because I'm guided by God every moment. I think I'm going to do something, and then God comes in and said, no, you're not. He let me get ready. He let me tell everyone. He let me everything, and then he closed the door at the last minute. Happens all the time. I don't know what I'm going to do, and that's why people don't like that. People like predictability. They like consistency. They like to know. And because of God, I'm inconsistent. Well, God's inconsistent. He changes based on, you know what I mean, your actions. We were going to go on vacation, and then he saw that you had some sideways thoughts, and he said I couldn't go on vacation with you no more. Why? I don't know. You want to tell me why God said I can't be around you right now? He knows. I don't know. He'll tell me later, though. He'll show me. And that's where it is. And that's being led by the Holy Spirit. They're telling you to get away from certain people, even the ones that you love the most. I love her, but I need to step back because we're going to keep fighting, and I'm going to end up saying something mean like I just did. You're going to keep defensive. I'm going to end up hurting you with my words if you keep doing this. You're starting verbal fights, and I'll finish it real quick. I will finish you with my words. Don't start a fight. And that's where it is. It's like your defense, dude. You know what I mean? You getting loud, you don't know who you're getting loud with. And you don't even know why you're getting loud. And you don't even realize you're getting loud right now. And you're embarrassing me. That was embarrassing. Realistically, it always is. People are looking at us. And it's like, I have to do that on my own. I get loud on my own. I don't let people cause a scene for me. I am the scene. I don't like to be part of that. Realistically, nah. Unnecessary, as she said. Unnecessary. That's unnecessary scenes. And it's just, you're getting loud, so I have to talk over you, and now I'm getting loud. And this is a couple of loud bitches that can't agree. We don't agree. And if we can't come into agreement, then we don't need to come into a conversation if everything we talk about is an argument. And that goes back to, I'm having this with my friend, but maybe some of you need to have that conversation, as I heard that, with your lovers, with your family, with your children, with your coworkers, with your boss. I'm not the only one that has these battles. I'm not the only one. I'm learning how to go fight the battle the righteous way. And sometimes, as the Morgan, the best way is to walk away. There's no battle to be had. Just walk away. We're not fighting anymore. I'm not going to fight you anymore about anything. Anything. Nothing. I don't have to fight anyone about anything here. I have to fight myself. I'm not fighting my kids. I'm not fighting Trump. I'm not fighting anything. I'm fighting my own internal battles, a battle of good and evil within myself, not the battles of good and evil outside of me. Those are your battle. That's God's battle. That's God's battle. You know what I mean? I'm just here as the healer. Everybody getting fucked up in the fucking battle. Come find me and I'll help you, brush you off, give you some light and send you back into the battlegrounds. But realistically, I mean, I can't harbor you here in the temple unless you're coming here to be to be a servant of God. There's no place for you here. We just serve God around this bitch. Really? Nope. And I went back to my car. There wasn't even room for you in my life. My whole front seat was taken up by all my spirituality. Half of my trunk, all my spirituality. God takes up more room in my life than anything. There's hardly room for a friend. And only if they're a good friend. You got a friend in me. And that's what it is. You got to align. And that's it. It's like, what does it take to be your friend? Spirituality. You got to be on that. You got to be on that healing journey. I only hang out with people that are healing. I don't heal. I mean, in all reality, unhealed people. But they have to be on the journey. Otherwise, I can't. There's nothing but unhealed people around me, bro. I only hang out with people that are healing it. That's it. Not masters of healing, just healers. People that are healing themselves and trying to heal others. That's the company I keep. Are there any of those people? No, I'm the only one right now, I guess. When I find more, though, I'll have some friends like me. But until then, no. And that's it. I don't need friends like you. I don't need unhealed friends. I need people on healing journeys. And she is, but now she's become aware of another part that she needs to heal. And that's welcome. It's like, okay, well, after I'm done with this, then you'll like me. I like you fine just now. But after you're done with this, there's going to be more areas you need to heal. Don't think you're perfect. Neither am I. And that's where it goes back to as far as, I dumb it down. I don't think I'm a bad mother, but I did for a long, 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 long time. And there's times when I piss off my kids that they think I'm a bad mother and will tell me, and and that'll make me feel bad. But I don't run around saying I'm a great mother. And I'm not trying to be, and I'm not trying to put down bad mothers because I was considered a bad mother. I abandoned my children. You know what I mean? I yelled at them. I used to spank my kids. I used to ignore my kids. I didn't have time for my kids. I wasn't a good mother. So coming to me makes, I can't stand here and tell you shit, bro. I failed my first two, and I have to live with that. And because these two seem to be better off, bro, look at me. I'm in a homeless shelter with 2 children. Why would you think that I know everything about life? Have respect, bro. And that's what it is some of you people, you think that just because of my connection with God that I know everything about life. I'm here to discover it just like you. All I know is all the other lives. But that was a different time. We don't live like that here. We don't live like that now. We have to find how people live now. And that's it. It's like don't make me feel bad because I don't have the answers, and don't expect that I have all the answers. I know where to go to. That's the difference, dipshit. I don't know shit. God knows everything, and I know how to get into that everything. And sometimes he won't give me the answer. I don't got nothing for you. Really? Well, what do you want me to do? It comes from God. He won't tell me. I don't have it. Well, go knock harder. Go knock yourself, bro. Go knock yourself out. Really? Seriously, go into this person. What's going to happen in my career? What are you asking me? I'm not God. I'm Goddess. I don't do all that shit. He runs the universe. I support him. I support your decisions. Realistically, I can ask God, God, are you doing anything in their career? Question. What am I saying? Nothing. If I told you the truth, you wouldn't like it. He's doing something, but it's not something you like. I mean, in that case, I could get every answer right and saying it's falling apart. I could tell every person that came to me with any question, I could tell them, God's destroying it for you. That's the ultimate winning answer. There's no devil. God's fucking up your life. He wants a new life for you. You're not outside of this. You're not outside of it. He's doing it to everyone. There's, they say the devil shall reign. Sure. God, that doesn't look like rain. Really? Yeah. Hey, I don't know. It's a tower. They come pretty hard. But that's it. It's just truth.
That's what she said.
They don't know it. No, that's not what keeps happening. These gummy worms.
But that means
I know something you don't know. I'm gonna keep that one to myself. She be knowing everything. You know it all. I know something you don't know. You don't want to know. Trust me. It's a need to know basis. I didn't need to
do you
know.
know what a rainbow face is?
I don't want to know. See what I mean? Now she's trying to gross me out. We know that this.
Pockets.
I don't want to know. I gotta go. Love yous. Laters. Morgan, I love you. Bye.